I watch the sun slip slow, empty streets and a fading glow. You said forever but you let go. Now every sunset hits hollow. You left without a suitcase, like you packed up just to shine. Not the laughs, not the past, just the ghost of every line. We whispered on the street lamps when the night felt like a promise. Now the silence echo louder than any song we ever honest. I try to meet the dawn with grit, but the color gone from my horizon. Your name still hang in my mind like a sentence without final punctuation. And I walk past our memories, pretend I don't see your trace, but every corner flicker with the hint of your face. I try to breathe without missing, but the lungs remember pressure. Love wasn't simple, it was heavy weather. I watch the sun slip slow, empty streets and a fading glow. You said forever but you let go. Now every sunset is hollow. Yeah. I came early after you left. The world lost part of its vet. I try to walk it off, but gravity in my chest. Your laugh in the coffee steam, your whisper in the subway hum. Even the city rhythm feels like a beat without a drum. I told myself I'd be fine, use each step as a prayer, but the light in the glass keep showing things that don't stay. Yeah, my mind played back all last night like a loop with no replies. I ask why it ends when my heart just comply. No rhythm, just air, just thought, just pain. I count up all the memories and wonder what remains. Maybe one day I'll find sunrise without feeling the wound. Maybe I'll leave this evening and step out of the gloom. But for now it's your echo written in every shade. I don't hate the memory, just the way it stays. I watch the sun slip slow, empty streets and a fading glow. You said forever but you let go. Now every sunset is hollow. I check even when I know there's nothing new. Yeah, I check even when I know there's nothing new. Yeah, I open the app like it owes me an answer, like repetition might change the outcome faster. I already saw it 10 minutes ago, but I scroll again like something might grow. I know you won't text, I know you won't call. I know nothing changed since the last time I started, but my thumb move on instinct. I hope like obsession got muscle memory, not so. I tell myself stop, then I don't. That's the part that scared me the most, not missing you, but how easily I fall. I check locations I don't need, read timestamps like prophecy. I don't wanna go back to us, I just want confirmation you still exist. I check even when I know there's nothing waiting for me. I don't expect a miracle, I just can't sit with steady sit. I check even when I know there's nothing waiting for me. I don't expect a miracle, control, I just can't say it with certainty. It's not love, I named it wrong. Love don't do this for this long. Love don't turn your brain into a courtroom replaying what's gone. This is habit, dress is feeling routine, wearing your name. I don't miss your arms around me, I miss relief from the pain. I miss knowing where you are, even when it didn't matter. Now absence feel louder than when you actually answer. No drums, just start loops, just me. Why does closure feel heavier than uncertainty? I wanna delete everything, but fear whispers don't. Like erasing proof means what we had was a joke. I don't want you back, that's the truth I avoid. I just want the noise to stop inside the space you destroy. I check even when I know there's nothing left to find. That's how I learned obsession doesn't need hope to survive. I check even when I know there's nothing left to find. That's how I learned obsession doesn't need hope to survive.
I gave you time, gave you space, gave you patience I couldn't replace. I stood in between what you were and what you were scared to become. You said I'm not ready yet, like readiness had a date. I waited so long, I forgot love isn't supposed to wait.
You wanted potential,
not present.
I wanted honesty. I was almost yours, you were never mine.
I stayed,
you hesitated. I tried. You loved me when it felt safe, when the future stayed abstract. But when love asked for direction, you quietly stepped back. I don't think you meant to hurt me, I think you just didn't choose. And indecision does damage, that intention never could. You asked for patience,
but gave me distance.
I didn't want perfection,
I wanted participation.
Love can't survive on maybe
and half-hearted explanation. I'm done being almost anything. Almost loved, almost chosen.
if it doesn't say my name clearly.
I won't answer when it's spoken.
I was almost yours, almost fades away.
I'm choosing someone who stays, even if that someone is you one day.
You love me like it was borrowed, never planned to keep. I pay full price for tomorrow, you just wanted sleep. You loved me when it was easy, when I didn't ask for much, when the future felt optional and commitment stayed untouched. I gave you benefit of doubt, you gave me temporary peace, but borrowed love always collect. When it decided to leave, I built plans, you built exits. I spoke depth, you spoke present. I thought patience was loyalty, turns out it was self-neglecting. You loved me like it was borrowed, never planned to stay. I paid full price with my feelings, you paid minimum, walked away. I don't miss you now, I miss the lie I lived in, where I thought effort meant something and timing wasn't a prison. I won't do that again. Love shouldn't feel like that, If I give myself fully, I expect the same respect. I don't want half of your heart. I don't want almost forever. You love me like it was borrowed. I loved you all the way. That's the difference, that's why I stayed. And you escaped. One, two. Ooh. Nothing after the tone, just a click in the line dead. That's how it started making sense in my head. I kept calling like repetition could rewind, but unanswered rings don't change the design. You used to pick up before it rang twice. Now I memorize silence like bad advice. I don't leave voicemails anymore. Talking to myself feel too desperate now. I walk through rooms we plan futures in, like strangers rent free still moving in. The couch still got your side warm, but the present's gone, that's the real harm. I'm not angry, I'm recalculating every promise I kept while you were hesitating. You didn't lie, you just told me the truth. Let time do what you couldn't do. I noticed how later became default, how effort turned seasonal, not your fault. You didn't wake up wanting to leave, you just stopped choosing me actively. That hurts worse than betrayal, because there's no villain to blame. Just distance growing legs, walking out without a name. I replay moments looking for signs, but endings don't always underline. Sometimes they whisper until you're the only one still. Listen, no drums, just breathe. Just thought if love fades quietly, does it still count as loss? Does it still count as loss? I'm learning how to hang up first, not because I don't care, but it hurts to be the only one still reaching for something that stopped teaching. I won't beg, I won't accuse, I won't rewrite what you already choose. Nothing after the tone, that's the truth I finally own. Nothing after the tone, that's how I learned to let go. Not with answers, just acceptance I didn't know. Nothing after the tone, that's how I learned to let go. Not with answers, just acceptance I didn't know.
Say your friends don't let it in. Yeah, I see you in your eye, don't you? Yeah. If you're ready, halfway go. Don't let me guess you out and on. Yeah, you done quiet in a way I recognize. Not tired, just already on the other side. You still laugh, still hold my hand, but your thoughts don't live where your body stand. I've learned your process, learn it tell. Learn ain't on fire, stop meeting else. You don't fight, that's how I know. Love don't evac, but let go slow. You still sleep facing on the same wall, but the days they're bugging in the hallway. I don't want another sock excuse, I want the truth, we got to lay. You said it first, don't let it hang. The city ain't your house on train. If you're ready, halfway gone. Don't leave me guessing what went wrong. I prepared last realistically, before silence, they be decision for us again. No drama, just word. Just hand. If you leave, then please give me your word. If you leave, then I survived this, I knew I will, but I don't want scars from guessing still. Saying first, I respect the truth, that's all I'm asking you. Set a thirst on in a fade. I can hit a real dive, babe. Take a sense and if you can, that's something I keep together later. Left you a message, you'll never reply. Blue ticks frozen like time won't try. I said I'm fine, you didn't ask why. Unread at 2:17, goodbye. You said space would help us breathe, but it felt like learning how to leave. I kept my phone face down at night, like it wouldn't light up if I believed. We used to talk until the sky got pale. Now I scroll just to feel the scale of how quiet a person gets when love starts learning how to fail. I don't hate you, that's the worst part. Hey, it would've been a clean restart, but I still measure days by you, like you were time, not a heart. I replay conversations slow, like different words could change the code, but endings don't negotiate, they just arrive and take control. Left you a message, you'll never reply. Blue ticks frozen like time won't try. I said I'm fine, you didn't ask why. Unread at 2:17, goodbye. Stop explaining myself because you already chose your version. The one we're leaving felt lighter than staying and doing the work. And I still catch myself typing your name and erasing it like it's wrong. Funny how love turned illegal once you realize you moved on. No drums, just breath, just truth. I don't miss you, I miss who I was with you. Left you a message, you'll never reply. That's how I learned how to let it die. Blue ticks frozen like time won't try. Blue ticks frozen like time won't try. I said I'm fine, you didn't ask why. I'm with at 2:17, goodbye. We didn't break, we expired. No explosion, no fire. Just two people pretending we didn't feel the desire fade. You stayed out longer, I stayed quiet. Both of us knew but neither wanted to riot. Love didn't leave loudly, it packed slow. Started missing details and missing home. We stopped asking questions that scared us to hear, but truth costs more than the comfort of being near. I know this first, but I lied to myself. Said this is normal, everyone else. But you don't lose one gradually, you just accept it accidentally. I watched us turn into routines. No sparks, just coping machines. That's not love, that's memory. Trying to look like it still means something. We didn't break, we aspired. Nothing left to admire. I won't blame you, don't blame me. We just ran out of fire. We didn't break, we aspire. Nothing left to admire. I won't blame you, don't blame me. We just ran out of fire. Now I don't stop
stalk your page, I don't check your name. I just notice how quiet it gets when nobody calling your lane. That's healing, I think, not happiness, just calm. I don't need closure anymore, I already moved on.
Break, we expire, and that's okay. Some things are meant to be said.
Loved until it was quiet. No fights, no sirens. Just let's just say every night till silence replaced the fire. We used to talk about everything, yeah. Now we talk about nothing wrong. That's a sign I didn't wanna see. That love been packing all along. We stopped arguing, I stopped trying. Both of us too calm to be fine. Peace without effort isn't peace. It's just comfort learning how to lie. Miss when you challenge me, miss when you cared enough to clash. Now we polite like strangers, too careful with the past now. Too careful, too late. Too careful, too late. I don't hate you, that would be easier. Hate gives shape to pain. It's just empty space where feelings used to stay. We didn't break trust, we misplaced it. Set it down somewhere and never went back to claim it. No drums, two voices, same true. We didn't end badly, we just didn't continue. I remember you kindly, not dramatically, not loud. Just someone I once loved deeply who couldn't stay around. We loved until it was quiet. That's the part that hurts the most. Not the ending, but how gently it closed.
We didn't fight, we didn't scream. We just stopped asking why.
Yeah, that's how it ended, not dramatic. No slam doors, no aftermath static. Just less curiosity in your voice. Like staying, stop being a choice. We used to ask about everything. Dreams, fears, the shape of time. Then one day questions felt heavy, so we stopped asking why. I noticed first when you said it's fine, but didn't look up from your phone. I realized silence learned your name and started calling you home. We stopped asking why. That's how love learned to die. Not broken, not betrayed, just unattended over time. We stopped asking why. That's how love learned to die. Not broken, not betrayed, just unattended over time. I tried restarting conversations like they were machines that stalled, but feelings don't reboot, they just stop responding at all. You still care just differently like I was history, not now. You spoke future tense alone, I was something y'all grew somehow. I don't blame you, I really don't blame required intention. This was erosion, slow and kind of most dangerous dimension. If we had asked one more question, maybe we'd still be here, but comfort felt easier than risking what we fear. Now I don't wonder what went wrong, I know exactly what went right. We loved sincerely for a while, then forgot to keep it alive. We stopped asking why. That's the part I can't deny. Love didn't fail us, we just let it pass us by. We stopped asking why. That's how love learned to die. Not broken, not betrayed, just unintended over time.
Yeah. Yeah. Your name don't echo, it repeat like a glitch in my thinking. On beat, I don't say it out loud, I don't need it running my head on a constant loop speed. I be mid-conversation, lose track cause my mind took a turn and went back, not to moments, not to memories, just the sound of you existing attached. I hate how automatic it is, how my brain reached for you without permission, like you rewired something permanent and left before explaining the system. I don't wanna think about you, that's the irony. Try not to think about something, make it the only thing you see. Your name, your name, your name, your name. It doesn't leave, it just rearranges. Your name, yeah. Your name, yeah. Your name. I hear songs and a sign you mean it. I see places and rewrite scenes in them. I know it's unhealthy, I know, but knowledge don't equal deleting. And I count days like they matter, then forget why I started counting. Yeah. It's not about missing you, yeah. It's about losing my grounding. I don't stalk you, I monitor. Yeah. Difference is the excuse. Yeah. I say I'm just being aware, but aware of what? You? On me losing you? Let it go. I try, yeah, I try. Move on, move on. I lie. Yeah, I'm tired of fighting my head like it's something I can out argue. You're not even here anymore, but my thoughts still include you. Your name is a loop, not a feeling, not truth, just repetition. I haven't learned how to mute. Your name, your name, your name, your name. It doesn't leave, it just rearranges. Your name, your name, your name, your name. Hey. I tried to stop on purpose this time. Didn't check, didn't scroll, didn't rewind. I told myself you're done like a rule. Like rules ever stop something habitual. I sat on my hands when the urge came up. Let the silence hit without picking it up. But my mind got louder the more I resisted. Like obsession hates being confronted. I counted minutes like achievements. Every hour without you felt earned. But effort doesn't equal freedom, it just delays the return. I try to stop on purpose, but purpose isn't enough. I try to stop on purpose, but purpose isn't enough. Yeah. I deleted apps, muted names, changed routines, changed lanes. But obsession doesn't live in places, it lives in how your brain frames.
I avoided streets, avoided songs, avoided versions of myself. There's still associated peace with something you once felt. I told friends I was better now, because that's easier to say than explaining how exhausting it is to actively walk away.
Let it go.
Just one more look, you're doing great, you're lying to yourself.
It's harmless, it's not. I learned control isn't strength.
It's tension dressed up as discipline. Real release doesn't fight the urge, it lets it exist without listening. That's the lesson I wasn't ready for. You can't bully your way out of something that grew quietly. Wow, you were busy with doubt. I tried to stop on purpose. Now I'm learning how to stop without force. I tried to stop on purpose. Now I'm learning how to stop without force. memorize your absence before I memorize your voice. That's how long I've been rehearsing the wrong choice. I know exactly when you won't be around, which hours feel heavier, which nights don't make a sound. I know the shape of the silence you leave, like furniture move but the dust still breathe. I don't expect you anymore. That's a lie I keep repeating to sleep. I used to check if you were okay. Now I check just to confirm you're gone. That's the part I don't admit. How obsession learn to live on. I don't stock memories, I inventory them. Stack neat in places I don't visit again. But somehow they find me like reminders. Don't need permission to land. I memorize your absence like it was something I needed to learn. Not because I want you back, but because my mind won't turn. I memorize your absence like it was something I needed to learn. Not because I want you back, but because my mind won't turn. I know this isn't love, I'm clear on that. Love doesn't feel like a nervous tick. This is repetition, wearing emotion, like it's trying to justify the habit. I don't miss your arms around me, I miss the certainty of knowing where you were, what you felt before my thoughts started roaming. I replay moments not to feel close, but to feel control for a second. As if understanding every detail could make the outcome less violent. I analyze every version of us, like there's a missing variable. Like if I find the right angle, the ending becomes negotiable. I memorize your absence, every gap where you should be. It's not about wanting you, it's about losing clarity. I memorize your absence, every gap where you should be. It's not about wanting you, it's about losing clarity. I've caught myself explaining you to people who never asked, defending your silence like it was some complex math. That's when I realized how deep it went, how obsession dressed up as grace. I was more committed to your image than you ever were to staying. I don't need closure from you, need it from myself. I need to stop treating the past like a puzzle on a shelf. In extended spoken reflection, I keep saying I'm over it, but being over something doesn't mean your mind stops revisiting it. It just means your heart learned restraint. And restraint is quieter than obsession. I'm trying to unlearn the reflex of reaching for what isn't there. Trying to sit with uncertainty without pretending I don't care. I memorize your absence, now I'm learning how to forget. Not you, just a part of me that wouldn't let go. I memorize your absence like it was something I needed to learn. Not because I want you back, but because my mind won't turn.
You watching every window, but you don't see through glass. I built this house a moment, you keep trying to trespass. You say you love me backward, like you're trying to relive every mistake, every scar, every moment. I forgive you, yeah. Started soft, late night call, promises why I like fall line. You said don't walk away, then pull me back like goodbye. It was tenderness at first, but then tension married trust. You turned devotion into lead, thought love equal possession, we bust. I seen you peering through dust like you waiting for my crack. Not to help me heal, but to prove you belong, react. You call it love, I call it a cage. You build a cathedral out of doubt and wonder why I disengage. I gave everything real, but real don't mean replace. I don't want your shadow, just boundaries in this space. You watching every window, but you don't see through glass. I built this house a moment, you keep trying to trespass. You say you love me backward, like like you tryna relive every mistake, every scar, every moment I forgave you give. Your voice a magnet, but your intention was a loop. Every apology a pattern, not a promise to redo. I dissect every phrase like a surgeon on truth. Found guilt for an excuse and anger hiding as proof. I tried leaning in, but you pulled me back in pain. It was devotion, suicide when you calling love by name. I told you I need air, you said I need you here. You blurs until no clarity appeared. No tempo, just line, just air, just space. I don't know if I loved you or the version you played. Now I walk unguarded, still see fragments of grin, but the mirror clear now, I don't invite those sins. If love was possession, I choose liberation. If affection is freedom, then I choose my foundation. You watching every window, but you don't see through glass. I built this house of moments, you keep trying to trespass. You say you love me backwards, like you tryna relive every mistake, every scar, every moment I forgave you give.
Oh, 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 oh. I hate you in a polite way, like I smile while I step away. I hate you in a polite way, like I say be safe, then I break it. I hate you in a polite way, like I nod when you tell your story. I hate you in a polite way, like I clap for you while I'm mourning. I don't throw place, I throw distance. I don't raise hell, I raise standards. I don't scream in public, I breathe through it. Then I cut the cord like it never mattered. You wanted a reaction you could point at, so you could call me the problem in the end. But I learned anger looks better on paper when it's organized, calm and cleanly penned. I used to think hate was loud like fists, like threats, like a street light popping. But hate can be quiet and surgical, like leaving you outside while the door keeps locking. I hated the way you twist care into control. Hated the way you borrow my trust and never return. And hated how you got confused when I got cold, like the chill came first, not the burn you earned. I'm not proud of what I feel, I'm just done pretending it's not real. I hate you in a polite way, like I smile while I step away. I hate you in a polite way, like I say be safe, then I break it. You want my patience like a jacket in winter, then toss it when the weather changed. You call my boundaries attitude, so I learned how to keep them unnamed. You'd say I'm trying like trying is proof, but effort without change is just a loop. You apologize in a careful tone, then repeat the same move like it was cute. I hate how you made me doubt my memory, like I hallucinated the disrespect. I hate how you taught me to double check love, like love needs a receipt to be correct. I hate how I became someone I didn't recognize, not mean, just guarded, always bracing. I used to speak freely, now I measure every phrase like my truth needs permission before it's taken. I don't miss you, I miss the version of me that didn't have to be sharp all the time. I miss being soft without consequences. I miss not rehearsing conversations in my head. You didn't take my love, you taught it to hide. I hate you in a polite way, like I smile while I step away. I hate you in a polite way, like I say be safe, then I break. I hate you in a polite way, like I nod when you tell your story. I hate you in a polite way, like I clap for you while I'm mourning. I won't ruin your life, I'll just leave and let you feel the silence you earned. I don't know who I am without it. I built my mornings around your absence, like it was part of my routine. Waking up wasn't about living, it was about checking what I hadn't seen. I knew when not hearing from you meant, I knew which hours would feel long. I just needed something to focus on. I used to tell myself this was temporary, that one day it would just stop. But obsession doesn't disappear, it integrates, it becomes the job. I measured my worth by reaction, by proximity, by access. I wasn't asking, am I okay? I was asking, do I still exist? Oh, I don't know who I am without it. That's the part I never planned, so I don't know who I am without. I don't know who I am without it. I don't know who I am without it, without it. I don't know who I am without. I stopped doing things for myself because everything led back to you. Music sounded like background noise unless it reminded me of what we used to do. I didn't lose interest in life, I outsourced it. Let one absence define me, that's how deep I forced it. People say time heals, but time only removes urgency. It doesn't rebuild identity when obsession replaced certainty. Oh, I don't miss you the way I used to. I miss the structure you gave. You were a reference point, now I'm floating in unmarked days. Nobody tells you obsession can feel like purpose, like something to wake up for. And when it leaves, you don't feel free, you feel unemployed. I'm learning how to sit with nothing without labeling it lost. Learning how to be a person again without a constant thought to exhaust. I don't know who I am without it yet, but I'm starting to find out. And that's scarier than missing you, but it's the only way out. I don't know who I am without. I don't know who I am. That's the part I never planned for. But I don't know who I am. I don't know who I am without. I don't know who I am. Who did it? I don't know who I am without it. But I'm done letting it decide who I get to be. I don't miss you. Then why are you still here?
I don't miss you like I want you back. I miss you like a habit I can't relax. Like biting nails, like pacing floors, like checking locks after closing doors. You're not a person in my head anymore. You're a process, a sequence, a reflex I didn't consent to endorse. I wake up finding something trigger, a word, a smell, a random figure. Suddenly I'm deep in thought, not about you, about not thinking about you.
I don't miss you. Then stop repeating me.
I can't.
That's not love, that's dependency.
I can't.
That's not love, that's dependency.
I can't.
That's not love, that's dependency. That's not love. I analyze every reaction like there's logic hidden in pain. If I understand it enough, maybe it won't come back again. But obsession isn't emotional, it's neurological. It don't care about closure, it just wants something habitual. I don't want messages, I don't want signs. I want my mind back from the time you occupied. No music, I hate how you exist in me without existing anywhere else. I'm not broken, just stuck between release and control, between knowing you're gone and not letting the pattern go. I don't miss you. You repeat me, I'm trying to stop. Then start with honest you. Then start with honest you. Then start with honest you. If I understand it enough, maybe it won't hurt anymore. That's the lie I keep investing in. Like knowledge could soften the impact. I dissect every moment we had. Like emotions, respect, logic, and facts. I break down conversations frame by frame, tone, time, and pause between words. Like if I map it precisely, I can reverse what occurred. I tell myself this is healing, but it feels more like surveillance. I'm watching the past on repeat, hoping clarity equals clearing. If I understand it enough, maybe I won't feel it again. If I understand it enough, maybe I won't feel it again. I don't cry, I calculate. I don't ache, I analyze. I turn feelings into theories, because theories don't destabilize. But the more I understand, the heavier it gets, because understanding doesn't undo the emotional bit. I know why you left, I know when it shifted, I know the exact moment you emotionally drifted. And knowing all that didn't free me at all, it just gave my obsession more reasons to call. If I understand it enough, maybe I can control the pain. I confuse insight with progress, I confuse awareness with peace. But being aware of the wound doesn't mean it's released. I keep thinking the answer is one realization away. But maybe the truth is simpler and harder to say. Ooh, maybe this doesn't need solving, maybe it needs surrender. Maybe my brain learned obsession, because letting go felt like failure. I don't need another explanation, I need permission to stop, to let the questions exist, without forcing an answer to drop. If I understand it up, I finally admit, understanding isn't the cure, acceptance is. Nothing happens when I think of you now. That sentence scared me more than missing you, because it means something finally broke. Not shattered, just disconnected, like a phone line without tone. I said your name out loud to test it, waited for the reaction to start, but my chest stayed quiet, like the feeling forgot its part. I didn't feel relief, I didn't feel strong, I just felt neutral, and neutral felt wrong. Nothing happens when I think of you now. 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 I used to spiral from one memory, now memories just sit there. They don't pull, they don't argue, they don't demand I care. I realized obsession wasn't love, it was stimulation, a way to feel something intense in the absence of direction. Now that intensity's gone, I don't know what replaces it. There's no rush, no haste, just time moving at a normal pace. This is when nobody tells you the end doesn't feel like victory. It feels like the lights coming on after a long unnecessary movie. I'm not healed in a cinematic way, no revelation, no vow. I just woke up one day and noticed nothing happens when I think of you now. 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 Final statement. That's how I know it's over. Even obsession gets tired. Yeah. I thought this would kill me, but it just wore me down, like a noise that never stops, until one day it fades out. I don't wake up reaching anymore. I don't check instinctively, not because I heal, but because even habits fatigue. That scared me more than missing you. The silence where obsession used to sit, like losing a limb you hated but still had learned to live with. Obsession gets tired, even when you don't. I spent so long orbiting absence, I forgot what center felt like. I built my days around reactions. Now I'm standing in blank time. I don't know who I am without it yet, without the loop, without the ache. I'm not grieving you anymore, I'm grieving the role obsession played. That's the quiet nobody warns you about. When fixation finally collapsed, you're left alone with yourself, and that's a different kind of task. Obsession gets tired and leaves without closure. Obsession gets tired and leaves without closure. Extended collapse, I thought letting go would feel victorious, like a breakthrough moment, but it feels neutral, like the end of a long sickness where you don't celebrate. You just rest where you don't celebrate. You just rest. I don't forgive myself yet for how long I stayed stuck, but I understand it better now. Why my mind needed the crush. I'm not proud of the obsession, but I won't deny it existed. It carried me through something I wasn't ready to face. Unaided obsession gets tired, and so do I. That's how I know this is finally over.
I learned to sound calm while I burned inside. That's how you survive when you can't afford to fight. I kept my voice level, my hands still, while every thought in my head screamed this kills. I watch you talk like nothing happened, like history resets if you smile enough. I memorized my reactions in advance, so you couldn't say I was being too much. You used my patience as a test to see how far you could stretch respect. I passed every time and that's the curse, because endurance only teaches them worse. I learned how to pause before every sentence, because honesty around you needed insurance. And you didn't want truth, you wanted tone, so I gave you quiet and paid alone. Hey, I wasn't weak, I was calculating. There's a difference you never named. I was deciding which version of me would survive this exchange. Hey, you mistake calm for forgiveness, mistake silence for consent. I was stacking every moment. You thought I'd just forget, I didn't forget a single look, a single shift in how you spoke. I just archived it all until the weight finally broke. I learned to sound calm while I burn. That's how I stay until I learned to sound calm while I burn. That's how I stay till I learn. Hey, halftime filter drums. I don't raise my voice anymore, cause I know what volume costs. Hey,
yeah. Now I speak fast, sharp, deliberate. Every word plays like it's evidence. I don't want, I don't threaten. I move on and let the action settle in. You call it sudden, you always do. But the sending train for years, I didn't explode, I evaporated and left you alone with what you did. I learned to sound calm while I burn. I don't sound calm, and I don't return. I don't sound calm. While I burn, I don't sound calm, and I don't return. I don't sound calm. While I burn, while I burn.
Don't ask why I'm angry, ask why I stayed so long. Ask why I'm distant, ask what you did wrong. Ask why I'm angry, that question came too late. You don't get curiosity after you exhausted my faith.
I hate when people act surprised, like anger appears out of thin air, like it's not built from patience that went knowledge for years. I told you calmly, I told you clear, I told you when it was still repairable. You heard me best when I stopped talking, that's when the damage got irreversible. You think anger is dramatic, you think it's loud, you think it's wild, but anger is what happens when someone's been reasonable too long. I swallow things I should have said, edited myself to keep it light. I made myself smaller so you wouldn't feel challenged by my sight.
Don't ask why I'm angry, ask why I stayed so long. Ask why I'm distant, ask what you did wrong. Ask why I'm angry, ask why I stayed so long. Don't ask why I'm distant, ask what you did wrong.
You love the version of me that agreed, that didn't interrupt your comfort, the one that forgave quickly so you never had to confront it. You call this coming out of nowhere, I call it arriving on time, because anger doesn't rush, it waits until it's justified. I don't yell, I don't break things, I don't need chaos to explain. This is control, this is earned, this is anger with a name. No, you drums. I'm not mad because I hate you, I'm mad because I trusted you with access.
Now you wanna talk it out because I'm no longer available. But conversations don't fix patterns, they just make them more debatable. I don't need you to understand, understanding isn't required. I just need you to accept that I'm done being tired. Don't ask why I'm angry, ask why I survived long enough to finally say I choose myself this time. Don't ask why I'm angry, ask why I stayed so long enough to finally say I choose myself this time.
I used to wake up charged with it, but anger gave me fuel. Like replaying everything you did was something useful. But hate doesn't evolve, it just circles the same points. And after enough rotations, even fury gets monotonous. I got tired of rehearsing speeches you were never here to hear. Tired of winning arguments that only existed in my head. I don't forgive you, that's not where this goes. I just stopped finding stimulation and holding you close to discuss. I noticed it when your name stopped triggering anything specific at all. Just a vague sense of not my problem, like a net I don't recall. That scared me more than rage, because rage meant connection. This indifference feels cleaner, but it's also final in a different direction. Hate wants reaction, it wants heat, it wants motion. But I've already spent too much energy feeding an emotion that gives nothing back. Hate gets boring when it stops giving you purpose. Extended analysis. I thought anger would be the last thing to leave, but it turns out anger needs audience. And I stopped showing up, and I stopped showing up. I don't carry you into my future. I don't need to burn you down. I just walk far enough that you don't register now. That's not mercy, that's the economy. I'm done investing emotion where there's no return on intensity. Hate gets boring, and boredom is the end. Hate gets boring, and boredom. Yeah. Keep my name out your mouth, you don't wear it right. You say it like a headline, like you own my life. Like I'm a chapter you can quote when you're bored. Like you didn't push me past the point of being sure. I'm not your almost, I'm not your used to. I'm not your story, you twist to look cute. You don't get to bruise me, then play confused and ask for respect like you didn't refuse. I don't need revenge, I need distance. I need my head clean, I need consistency. You fed on attention, I fed on hope. Now hope feels stupid, so I'm feeding on clarity. I hate how I learned your tricks too late. Hate how I defend you with my last good faith. Hate how I smile while I swallow the blade just to keep the peace you never helped me make. You talk about me like you're still in my orbit, like we're still connected by invisible cords. Though we're separated by the truth you avoided, by every small lie you call a normal flaw. I don't want your apology on a random Tuesday. I don't want my bad after months of damage. You think time makes it lighter, time just makes it clearer how you manage. Keep my name out your mouth, keep my past out your hands. You don't get access now, you don't get to understand. Keep my name out your mouth, keep your version to yourself. If you can't speak with respect, don't speak on me at all. I'm done being a lesson you learn in public, done being a rumor you feed for comfort, done being a placeholder in your ego, so you don't have to face what you did with your choices. I'm not bitter, I'm precise, I'm not petty, I'm aligned. I'm not angry every day, but I remember and that's fine. You wanted me soft so you could steer me, wanted my love on a leash, wanted my silence to protect you while you did whatever you pleased. Now I'm speaking in clean sentences, no drama, no extra, just facts like a record that can't be edited. Just boundaries that don't bend under pressure. I don't hate you cause I care, I hate you because you taught me what care should never cost. Keep my name out your mouth, keep my name out your mouth, keep my past out your hands, keep my past out your hands. You don't get access now, you don't get to understand. Keep my name out your mouth, keep my name out your mouth, keep your version to yourself. If you version to yourself, if you can't speak with respect, don't speak on me at all.
Don't call me to talk. Talk is what you avoided when it mattered. No closure for you. You don't get a clean ending. You don't get forgiveness for a story you kept bending. No closure for you. You don't get my calm as a gift. You don't get to break me, then ask why I shifted. I used to crave closure like medicine, like one conversation could fix the damage. But closure in the wrong hands turns into one more chance to manage me. My tone, my words, my meaning, so you can leave feeling lighter, while I'm still carrying the weight of being the bigger person for a liar. You want relief, you don't want truth. I'm done being reasonable for people who confuse reason with surrender. I'm done softening my sentences so you can pretend you didn't hurt me. I don't want sure I didn't mean it. Intent doesn't erase You taught me that the hard way, so now I'm giving it back. No closure for you. You don't get a clean ending. You don't get forgiveness for a story you kept bending. No closure. You keep asking what you did wrong, like you missed the point on purpose. Like confusion is a shield. If you act lost, you're harmless. But I remember the pattern. You pushed and paused and blame my reaction, then call my boundaries too much, like self-respect is an overreaction. You want the last word, you don't deserve it. I'm not here to win an argument, I'm here to exit the cycle. Hate isn't my personality, it's the residue after revival. I tried to love you through it, tried to teach you how to hold it, but you treated love like a resource, so I learned to withhold it. I won't give you the ending you rehearsed, where you walk away forgiven. I won't play the role you wrote for me, just so you can keep living. So here's the truth, you don't get access, you don't get updates, you don't get how I'm doing. You don't get to check on the damage as if checking is undoing. You don't get a seat at my growth, you don't get to watch me recover. You lost that privilege slowly every time you chose yourself over another. No closure for you. You don't get a clean ending. You don't get forgiveness for a story you kept bending. No closure for you. This is your closure. You don't get a clean ending. I'm gone. This ain't where I start feeling anything about you. I did it 10 this morning. There was no countdown, no dramatic realization. It just happened quietly somehow. I was thinking about my day and noticed you weren't in it. That is anger, that is absence, just irrelevant to the minute. That felt strange after everything we survived, after all the effort it took just to stay right. I expected closure to feel heavy or meaningful or earned, but it feels like a task I forgot I already returned. This is where I start feeling anything about you. I don't need an apology, I don't need an explanation. Those things are for people still negotiating connection. I don't rewrite our story, I don't erase it either. I just archived it properly under things I no longer revisit. You don't live rent free in my head, you don't visit uninvited. You're a concluded chapter, not a question that is repeated. Nothing to prove, nothing to protect, nothing to revisit. I won't that's the cleanest ending I could give This is where I stopped feeling anything about you. And that's the cleanest ending I could give us. This isn't rage, it's precision. I don't swing wild, I aim. That's the difference you can't read. I'm not emotional, I'm exact. I know exactly what I mean. I removed the excess feeling, left only what was true. Anger stripped of noise, it's just clarity with teeth. You wanted me reactive, so you could call me unstable. But I learned how to pause until my words became undeniable. I don't hate you loudly, I don't hate you every day. I hate you the way adults do, by adjusting how I engage. I stopped explaining myself, because explanations feed debate. I stopped asking for effort, because asking prolonged the wait. I don't need to win your version, I don't need to correct your past. I just need distance permanent from a pattern that didn't last. You taught me what not to tolerate by crossing every line. That's an education I paid for with years of my time. This isn't rage, it's precision. I don't explode, I make decisions, minimal. I'm not trying to hurt you, I'm trying to never hurt like this again. I'll move forward without announcements, without proving what I know, because growth doesn't need witnesses and hate doesn't need to show. I won't wish you harm, that would mean I still care. I wish you distance and leave you right there. This isn't right, this precision.
I used to wake up charged with it, but anger gave me fuel, like replaying everything you did was something useful. But hate doesn't evolve, It just circles the same points, and after enough rotations, even fury gets monotonous. I got tired of rehearsing speeches you were never here to hear. Tired of winning arguments that only existed in my head. I don't forgive you, that's not where this goes. I just stopped finding stimulation and holding you close to discuss. I noticed it when your name stopped triggering anything specific at all. Just a vague sense of not my problem, like a net I don't recall. That scared me more than rage, because rage meant connection. This indifference feels cleaner, but it's also final in a different direction. Hate wants reaction, it wants heat, it wants motion. But I've already spent too much energy feeding an emotion that gives nothing back. Hate gets boring when it stops giving you purpose. Extended analysis. I thought anger would be the last thing to leave, but it turns out anger needs audience. And I stopped showing up, and I stopped showing up. I don't carry you into my future. I don't need to burn you down. I just walk far enough that you don't register now. It's not mercy, it's the economy. I'm done investing emotion where there's no return on intensity. Hate gets boring, and boredom is the end. Hate gets boring, and boredom.
I don't raise my voice anymore. I learned that volume never saved me. It just gave you something to point at. You say, see, this is what I mean. Like my reaction erased the context. So I lowered my tone, sharpened my timing, put every word where it couldn't be bent. You thought calm and forgiveness, I was just done giving you ammunition. I don't argue for space anymore. I take it quietly without notice. I don't announce my exits. I let absence finish the sentence. You train me to speak carefully by punishing honesty every time. Now I speak clean, exact. No wasted syllables, no wasted mind. I hate how I had to learn restraint from someone who never showed it. Hate how patience was demanded, but never reciprocated. You wanted access without accountability, presence without responsibility. You loved how much I endured, but hated when endurance turned into clarity. I don't raise my voice because I don't need to be heard by you anymore. I already listened long enough to know exactly who you are. I don't raise my voice, I change direction. I don't explain, I make correction. I don't explain, I say some action. It's changed and we more. I don't raise my voice, I change direction. I don't explain, I make correction. I don't explain, I say some action. Yeah, silence isn't weakness, it's strategy after disappointment. You tell people I changed suddenly, that I became cold, unavailable. You don't mention the years where I tried to keep things salvageable. I didn't harden overnight, I hardened gradually, responsibly. Layer by layer, disappointment by disappointment, until softness became a liability. Oh, I don't raise my voice anymore. I raise my standards and let the distance